Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, the wind rushing past you, your heart pounding with anticipation. The thrill of chasing success feels exhilarating, doesn't it? But as you leap forward, you realize the goalposts keep moving. Promotions, awards, and recognition, those shiny milestones we chase, offer a fleeting high, but the deeper fulfillment we crave always seems just out of reach. As the great philosopher Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Without even realizing it, many of us are running on a treadmill of external expectations, losing sight of our own sense of purpose. Welcome to a journey where we uncover the hidden costs of achievement and how to reclaim what truly matters. Pressure has a way of turning even the smallest decisions into life or death moments. The fear of failure creeps in, whispering doubts and magnifying every misstep. Suddenly, you're paralyzed, second-guessing every move, stuck in a loop of hesitation. But here's the truth, pressure isn't the enemy. It's how we respond to it that defines us. As the legendary basketball coach John Wooden once said, "Do not let what you cannot do interfere with what you can do." The key isn't to eliminate fear but to learn how to dance with it, to move forward with confidence even when the stakes feel impossibly high. In today's discussion, we're diving deep into the art of thriving under pressure. You'll learn how to silence that relentless inner critic, the one that tells you you're not good enough or that failure is inevitable. We'll explore how to shift your focus from seeking external validation to cultivating personal mastery, a mindset that allows you to grow, adapt, and excel, no matter the circumstances. And for those of you who've been with me on this journey, thank you. Your support and dedication to spreading knowledge mean the world. To our new listeners, welcome. You've just joined a community that believes in growth, resilience, and the power of shared wisdom. So, are you ready to break free from the cycle of doubt and perform at your best? This is where it starts. Together, we'll uncover the habits and strategies that elite performers use to stay composed in high-pressure moments. Whether you're striving for a promotion, chasing a dream, or simply trying to navigate life's challenges, this is your chance to move beyond fear and step into your full potential. Let's begin. About the author. Jim Murphy is a renowned performance coach specializing in mental training for elite athletes and high-level leaders. A former professional baseball player for the Chicago Cubs, he seamlessly transitioned into coaching, where he has worked with the Texas Rangers and even guided athletes at the Olympic level. His deep expertise in mindset and peak performance has earned him recognition in major publications such as Sports Illustrated, USA Today, CBS Sports, and Axios, solidifying his reputation as a trusted authority in the field. Chapter 1: How to Redefine Success and Break Free from Fear, Lessons from an NFL Player's Journey. Picture this, a young Joe Ehrmann, towering on the football field, living what many would call the American dream. As an NFL player, he had it all: fame, money, and the admiration of millions. But beneath the surface, something was missing. No matter how many touchdowns he scored or accolades he earned, the satisfaction was always fleeting. Society had sold him a lie, that success and self-worth were measured by external achievements. As author Brené Brown once said, "We are the most in debt, obese, addicted, and medicated adult cohort in U.S. history. We're striving, but we're not thriving." Joe's story is a powerful reminder that chasing society's definition of success often leaves us empty-handed. After retiring from the NFL, Joe had a revelation. He realized how deeply cultural expectations had shaped his identity, how he'd been taught that masculinity meant dominance, that his value was tied to his accomplishments, and that happiness was something to be earned, not experienced. But coaching young athletes changed everything. Instead of chasing recognition, he began focusing on building character, teaching them that true strength lies in integrity, empathy, and meaningful relationships. This shift didn't just transform the lives of his players, it gave Joe a sense of purpose that no trophy ever could. His journey teaches us that real success isn't about what you accumulate but about the impact you make. Many of us fall into the same trap Joe did. We're bombarded with messages telling us that success is about more money, more status, more validation. But here's the catch: the finish line keeps moving. The pressure to prove ourselves never ends because society's standards are always shifting. Breaking free from this cycle requires a radical shift in how we measure progress. Instead of focusing on external rewards, we need to look inward, toward self-awareness, growth, and purpose. As the ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." It's time to redefine what success means to us. Fear, however, makes this shift incredibly difficult. When we're constantly worried about how others perceive us, self-doubt creeps in. It's not a lack of ability that holds us back, it's the relentless self-surveillance that paralyzes us. The people who truly excel aren't trying to prove anything, they're fully immersed in their work, focused on the task at hand rather than the opinions of others. But breaking free from fear isn't easy. 3 mental patterns often sabotage us: the trickster, who traps us in past mistakes; the critic, who magnifies our flaws; and the monkey mind, which scatters our focus. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to overcoming them. When we stop measuring success by results and start valuing effort and growth, fear loses its grip, and we finally set ourselves up to thrive. Something to be earned, not experienced. But coaching young athletes changed everything. Instead of chasing recognition, he began focusing on building character, teaching them that true strength lies in integrity, empathy, and meaningful relationships. This shift didn't just transform the lives of his players, it gave Joe a sense of purpose that no trophy ever could. His journey teaches us that real success isn't about what you accumulate but about the impact you make. Chapter 2: How to Turn Fear into Fuel, Lessons from a North Pole Swim and the Secrets of Mental Resilience. On July 15, 2007, endurance swimmer Lewis Gordon Pugh stood on the icy edge of the North Pole, staring into the freezing Arctic waters. His mission? To swim 1 kilometer in temperatures that could kill him within minutes. His hands were still raw from failed training attempts, and experts warned him it was impossible. Fear had nearly broken him, until something changed. He stopped thinking about failure and focused on his greater purpose, raising awareness about climate change. That shift in mindset turned his fear into fuel. Stroke by stroke, he pushed through the icy abyss, proving that the mind, not just the body, is the ultimate driver of success. What sets people like Pugh apart from those who crumble under pressure? It's not just talent or physical ability, it's 3 key traits: emotional commitment, perspective, and the ability to stay present when the stakes are sky high. True excellence isn't about chasing approval or avoiding failure, it's about working from a place of passion and authenticity. As author Stephen Pressfield once said, "The more scared we are of the work or calling, the more sure we can be that we have to do it." When you're driven by purpose, fear loses its power, and you find the resilience to keep going, no matter the odds. But how do you build that kind of mental toughness? It starts with expanding your perspective. If you're trapped in your own fears and limitations, you'll never see the next step forward. The most resilient performers are always looking beyond their current abilities, adapting, learning, and growing. And when the moment of truth arrives, they act without hesitation. They don't freeze or second-guess, they execute. This ability to stay present and focused is what separates those who succeed from those who fall apart. The secret to this resilience lies in loosening the grip of your ego. The ego craves control, demands recognition, and ties self-worth to outcomes. That's why so many people struggle with failure. They see it as proof they're not good enough. But those who endure see failure differently. They focus on growth, not validation. A setback doesn't shake their confidence because they're not chasing a perfect record, they're chasing progress. Fear isn't the problem, it's where you place your focus. When you're consumed with thoughts of your safety, reputation, or success, fear has a stranglehold on you. But when you focus on something bigger, a cause, a mission, or mastering your craft, fear fades into the background. The samurai understood this principle deeply. They trained their minds as rigorously as their bodies, meditating on death to free themselves from hesitation. Their discipline wasn't for fame or recognition, it was for mastery. That kind of focus creates an unshakable strength, one that allows you to thrive even in the face of fear. So, the next time you're staring down your own icy waters, remember, fear isn't your enemy. It's your fuel. All you need is the right mindset to ignite it. Chapter 3: How to Build Unstoppable Mental Strength, Lessons from an NBA Legend and Elite Athletes. Imagine being just 5 feet 3 inches and dreaming of playing in the NBA. For most, it would seem impossible. But Tyrone Muggsy Bogues didn't let his height, or the violence and hardship he grew up around, define his future. At just 5 years old, he found himself in the middle of a shooting, a moment that could have broken anyone. Yet, Muggsy chose to focus on what he could control: his mindset, his work ethic, and his emotional resilience. That decision didn't just change his life, it propelled him to a 14-year career in the NBA, proving that mental strength can overcome even the most daunting obstacles. Mastering your emotions is one of the most powerful tools for success. Most people let their circumstances dictate how they feel, reacting instinctively to stress or failure. But with practice, you can learn to shift your emotional state on demand. Instead of being ruled by external events, you can train yourself to stay calm under pressure, think clearly, and make better decisions. This emotional control is what separates those who consistently perform at their best from those who crumble when the stakes are high. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Your body and mind are deeply connected, and small changes in your physical state can have a huge impact on your mental state. Slouching and shallow breathing can reinforce feelings of doubt and anxiety, while standing tall and taking deep, controlled breaths can instantly boost your confidence. Visualization is another game-changing technique. When you repeatedly picture yourself succeeding in a challenging situation, your brain treats it as a real experience, priming you to perform when the moment arrives. This isn't just theory, it's proven in action. Take 𝗠𝗂𝗿𝗵𝘆'𝘀, a college softball player who struggled against star pitcher Kat Osterman. Through mental rehearsal, 𝗂𝗂𝗿𝗵𝘆'𝘀 visualized herself making the game-winning hit. When the two faced off in the Women's College World Series, she did exactly that, proving the power of mental preparation. Your belief system shapes your reality. If you believe you're destined to fail, your subconscious will find ways to confirm that belief. But if you challenge those limiting thoughts and replace them with empowering ones, you can shift your entire perspective. Techniques like affirmations, visualization, and anchoring, connecting a physical action, like deep breathing, to a feeling of confidence, can reprogram your mind over time. These tools don't just help you perform better, they help you build the mental resilience to thrive in any situation. Whether you're stepping onto a basketball court, facing a high-pressure work deadline, or tackling a personal challenge, mental strength is the key to turning fear into fuel and dreams into reality. Chapter 4: How to Stay Calm Under Pressure, Lessons from the Miracle on the Hudson and Elite Performers. On January 15, 2009, the world watched in awe as U.S. Airways Flight 1549 made an emergency landing on the Hudson River. Just minutes after takeoff, a bird strike had knocked out both engines, leaving the aircraft plummeting toward disaster. But Captain Chesley "Sully" Sullenberger didn't panic. In the face of unimaginable pressure, he remained calm, shut out distractions, and focused on the only thing that mattered: saving lives. Drawing on years of training and mental conditioning, Sully guided the plane to a safe landing, ensuring the survival of all 155 passengers. His story is a testament to the power of staying present and composed under extreme pressure. Whether you're an athlete, a musician, or a business leader, excelling in high-stakes situations demands complete focus. But staying in the moment is easier said than done. It's natural to get caught up in past mistakes or future worries, but the key to peak performance lies in training your mind to stay locked into the present. As the ancient philosopher Lao Tzu once said, "If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present." Simplifying your thoughts is one of the most effective ways to achieve this clarity. Overthinking leads to hesitation, and hesitation can derail even the most skilled performers. One powerful strategy for staying present is shifting your attention to small, tangible details in your surroundings. For a golfer, it might be the sound of the ball hitting the green. For a musician, it could be the rhythm of their breath as they play. These subtle anchors pull you into the moment, quieting the noise of doubt and fear. The best performers don't try to eliminate pressure, they embrace it. They understand that pressure isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity to sharpen their focus and elevate their abilities. When you view challenges as chances to rise to the occasion, rather than threats to fear, you unlock your full potential. The way you handle pressure isn't just a matter of instinct, it's a skill you can develop. Elite performers train their minds to thrive under stress, using techniques like visualization, controlled breathing, and mental rehearsal. They don't waste energy trying to avoid pressure, instead, they channel it into heightened focus and precision. The next time you find yourself in a high-stakes situation, remember Sully's example. Stay present, simplify your thoughts, and embrace the challenge. Pressure isn't your enemy, it's your greatest ally in achieving extraordinary results. Chapter 5: The Secret to Unstoppable Success, Lessons from a Wrestling Legend and Elite Performers. Imagine being so dominant in your field that your record stands at 887 wins and just 2 losses. That's the legacy of Alexander Karelin, the Greco-Roman wrestling legend known as the Experiment. But Karelin's success wasn't just about raw strength or natural talent, it was his relentless mindset. He believed his training had to be harder than anything his opponents could endure. While others relied on their physical abilities, Karelin pushed himself beyond human limits, proving that true greatness isn't just about what you're born with, it's about how much you're willing to endure. This mindset isn't exclusive to sports. The most successful people in any field aren't necessarily the most talented, they're the ones who commit to improving every single day, no matter how tough the journey gets. It's easy to get caught up in chasing trophies, promotions, or praise, but real success comes from focusing on growth, not external validation. As author James Clear puts it, you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. When you tie your self-worth to results, you'll always feel like you're chasing something just out of reach. But when you focus on learning and mastery, you set yourself up for long-term success and fulfillment. Of course, this means embracing failure. No one reaches the top without setbacks, but the best performers don't see failure as a reflection of their worth. Instead, they treat it as a teacher. They analyze what went wrong, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. The faster you can detach emotionally from failure and see it as feedback, the faster you'll grow. This is why elite performers willingly put themselves in challenging situations. They know that struggle isn't something to avoid, it's essential for growth. Extraordinary leaders take this mindset a step further. They don't just focus on their own development, they bring others along with them. Michael Jordan didn't just inspire his teammates by being the best, he showed them what it took to get there. Navy SEALs train with a level of discipline that strengthens both body and mind, creating teams that can handle anything. And as psychologist Abraham Maslow found, the most fulfilled individuals are those who focus on personal growth and self-awareness. True leadership is about helping others find meaning in their work and push beyond their perceived limits. Some people think success is about beating the competition, but that mindset often leads to pressure and burnout. The best performers focus on mastering their craft. Olympic swimmer 𝗜𝗡𝗏𝗏 realized this when the pressure to win started draining his love for the sport. He stopped defining himself by medals and shifted his focus to personal growth, which gave him a deeper sense of purpose. When you concentrate on refining your skills rather than proving something to others, you not only perform better, you enjoy the journey more. Success, after all, isn't about the destination, it's about who you become along the way. In summary, imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, the waves crashing against the shore, each one carrying the promise of something greater. This is the journey of self-discovery and mastery, a journey that demands courage, resilience, and an unshakable belief in your potential. In this book, we dive deep into the stories of extraordinary individuals who have defied the odds, from athletes like Alexander Karelin and Michael Jordan to leaders like Captain Sully Sullenberger. Their stories aren't just about success, they're about the mindset, habits, and principles that allow them to thrive under pressure and achieve the impossible. This is more than a book, it's a roadmap to unlocking your own greatness. At the heart of this journey is the understanding that success isn't about talent or luck, it's about relentless effort and a commitment to growth. Alexander Karelin, the wrestling legend with an astonishing 887 wins, didn't rely on his natural strength alone. He pushed himself harder than anyone else, believing that his preparation had to outmatch his opponents. This same principle applies to all of us. Whether you're an athlete, an artist, or a business leader, the key to excellence lies in daily improvement and a focus on mastery, not external validation. As the saying goes, success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. But growth isn't just about effort, it's also about how you handle failure. The most successful people don't see setbacks as proof of inadequacy, they see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Captain Sully Sullenberger's miraculous landing on the Hudson River wasn't just a result of his skill, it was his ability to stay calm under pressure and focus on what mattered most. Similarly, when Olympic swimmer 𝗜𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 shifted his focus from winning medals to personal growth, he found a deeper sense of purpose and joy in his craft. Failure isn't the enemy, it's the teacher that guides us toward our best selves. In summary, imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, the waves crashing against the shore, each one carrying the promise of something greater. This is the journey of self-discovery and mastery, a journey that demands courage, resilience, and an unshakable belief in your potential. In this book, we dive deep into the stories of extraordinary individuals who have defied the odds, from athletes like Alexander Karelin and Michael Jordan to leaders like Captain Sully Sullenberger. Their stories aren't just about success, they're about the mindset, habits, and principles that allow them to thrive under pressure and achieve the impossible. This is more than a book, it's a roadmap to unlocking your own greatness. At the heart of this journey is the understanding that success isn't about talent or luck, it's about relentless effort and a commitment to growth. Alexander Karelin, the wrestling legend with an astonishing 887 wins, didn't rely on his natural strength alone. He pushed himself harder than anyone else, believing that his preparation had to outmatch his opponents. This same principle applies to all of us. Whether you're an athlete, an artist, or a business leader, the key to excellence lies in daily improvement and a focus on mastery, not external validation. As the saying goes, success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. But growth isn't just about effort, it's also about how you handle failure. The most successful people don't see setbacks as proof of inadequacy, they see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Captain Sully Sullenberger's miraculous landing on the Hudson River wasn't just a result of his skill, it was his ability to stay calm under pressure and focus on what mattered most. Similarly, when Olympic swimmer Ian Crocker shifted his focus from winning medals to personal growth, he found a deeper sense of purpose and joy in his craft. Failure isn't the enemy, it's the teacher that guides us toward our best selves.